In this video, I'm going to break down with you how to install carpet in 2 drop bedrooms. Now, for those of you that don't know what a drop bedroom is, it is the easiest install and the easiest money you could ever make. It is a room with no seams whatsoever. Greatest thing ever invented? Too bad it's not on every single job. So, we're going to walk through this step by step, but this part right here, you're catching me just doing a quick little crease, trim and tuck. Then we're going to go ahead and stretch away. So we're creating this as a set wall in this segment here. So I got my hook knife locking onto the tack strip. Some of you use hammers, some of you use stair tools. I love the hook knife. Crease it on nice and tight, then just trim and tuck, and we're good to go. But let's get into the real steps here. So we got the room empty, ready to rock. There's tack strip already down. We're going to rough unroll 2 shots of pad. We're going to get it all lined up, and it's funny because it is freezing cold here right now, so pad's a little stiff, carpet's a little stiff, so you definitely want to let it acclimate a little bit. So first things first, we're going to pad out the first room. Once we get that padded and ready, we're going to bring in the carpet, get it unrolled, let it start warming up. We're going to start prepping the second room while the first room warms up. Then we're going to fall back and stretch it, and then fall back and stretch the other one. I know that sounds like a lot right there, but that's what's up. So we're bringing the carpet in now. Look at that happy chalkboard in the background that I caught there. All those happy pictures on that. Life is good at this household. So we got the carpet all rough laid out here. Get it cut to where I need it to be. Remove all the excess that I don't want, just leaving about, 2 to 4 inches up each wall. Just nice and manageable, no big deal. Cut everything down. Good, good, good. Cut through the wires. Don't cut through the wires. Then we're going to let that warm up. Here is the second room here. So I'm going to start padding that up while the first room is warming up and getting ready. All that super bubbly pad there. We're going to go ahead and just throw a bunch of staples in that, get that down to the ground so we can get down to business here. Staple it in. We're going to take our knife, trim it around the perimeter. When trimming it around the perimeter, for those of you that don't know, you just take your super sharp razor blade, trace the tack strip, and just kind of like a hairline gap from the pad to the tack strip. That way when you kick it, there's a little bit of wiggle room, but you don't run the risk of it jumping on top of the tack strip and creating a whole disaster for you. So just a nice little hairline gap, not much more than that, and you will be good to go. Staple it all down or tape it down if it's a concrete subfloor. Get everything secured. And then bring in the carpet to that room so you can go ahead and start laying that out and letting that one warm up. So now we got the second shot of carpet in. And go ahead and unroll that, flop it all out, get it all loose so you can spin it around without beating up the walls there. Once you get it positioned properly, go ahead and flop everything out, rough cut everything in, and then let this room sit so it could start warming up and we could go ahead and get the proper result when we stretch that in, knocking over cameras and everything else. All right, let's get down to business here. So we're kicking that on, locking on the tack strip. I love these customers. They pulled the baseboards off and everything. Life couldn't have been much easier on a Saturday here. Just trim and tuck, blast it on. It's nice and warm and soft now, so life is good. And if you're a DIY type person and you're trying to figure out, well, what temperatures it need to be, you set it about 70, 72 and just get that heater blowing on the back of that carpet there. It'll warm up real nice and give you the ability to get a proper stretch on it, even with the knee kicker, and you'll be in real good shape there. Summertime, you don't have to worry about that. It's just sloppy Joe, you drop it in. Working our way around the room here just a little bit at a time. When you're stretching it on, keep the kicker head back. If you're using a kicker, about an inch or 2 back from where the tack strip would be. That way when you kick it up, it's just pushing right onto the pins there, locking into place for you, and doing the heavy lifting for you. After that, you just got to crease it on, make sure it's locked in place. Take your razor knife, trim and tuck it with your hook knife, and you're good to go. So now we have a transition up to a hardwood floor here. And the hardwood actually sits pretty low for the transition there where the tack strip is. I'm getting rid of that tack strip. We're going to do a turn and tack right up to that. And the reason is the tack strip being even with the wood floor, you run the risk of it popping out on you. And I can't have that. So we're just going to go ahead and turn and tack to it right there. And life is good. The funny thing is, I was having so much fun with that, I just looped the film there so I could close this out and you could see this amazing turn and tack one last time. So as always, you know I truly appreciate you tuning into this. Thank you so much. Comment below with any questions. I'll see you on the next